In this short video, we will see how we can add vignette effect to our renders in Blender. So let's get started. So guys, we will add vignette effect with the help of compositing. So I will click on this render icon and render the image.
6.5 hours later.
As you can see friends, my rendering is done. Now I will close this render tab and I will click on this compositing tab. And in this tab, I will click on this use nodes icon. So now we have these two nodes. Now I will add reroute node by pressing Shift A and search for reroute. And I will place the reroute node in between of these two. So now we have reroute node here. Now I will search for viewer node and I will place it here and I will connect the viewer node with reroute node. Now we have to click on this backdrop icon to see our render as a backdrop. We have added this viewer node just to see the compositing in the real time. And we can control this backdrop size and position by pressing N key and we have this view option. Here we can control the zoom in and zoom out. Using this offset value, we can control its position. So I will place it here. So friends, to add a vignette effect, I will press Shift A and search for ellipse mask. And I will place it here. So friends, I will connect this mask value to the viewer node just to see what is this node providing. As you can see, white oval shape this node is providing. So we will add a blur node by pressing Shift A and search for blur. And we will place it in between of these two. Now we can blur this in X direction and Y direction separately. So I will select both and enter 200. So you can see guys, I have entered 200. Now I will increase the size of this mask. So on the ellipse mask node, you can find this width and height value. So we will increase this value and height value also. I have entered 0.8 in height and 0.8 in width also. Alright. Now I will increase the blur value. Already it is set to 200. Now I will change it and set to 400. But still our mask is too much dark from the corners. So I will increase this value to 1 in the height and in the width also. Alright. So now we have this mask which is black from the corners and gives us effect like a vignette. Now what we will do, we will connect the viewer node with the reroute node as earlier. Now we have to combine this vignette effect and our render. To combine these, what we will do, we will search for mix color node and we will place it in between of these. By placing it here, we cannot see anything. As you can see guys, we have two input image option on our mix color node, and this one, the bottom one, will place on top and this top one will place in the bottom. Alright. And we want our vignette effect on top and this image is on bottom. So we will connect this blur node with our second image input. So guys, you can see our vignette is working, but we can't see our image. So we will change the blend mode to multiply. So by changing the blend mode, now we can see the vignette effect on our render and we can control it by these two nodes. If you want to change the size, you can change the size in this ellipse mask node. If you want to change the blur strength, you can change in blur node. And you can also try this other blur method also. Like if you want to change the height, you can change it anytime. Alright. So friends, one more important thing, you can see the vignette effect. It is too dark from the corners. If you want to change the strength of the vignette effect, so you can control it by this factor value. It is already set to 1. If you decrease this value, so the blackness of the vignette effect will also be decreased. I will set it to 0.9. As you can see, the strength of the vignette effect is also decreased. If you want to turn off this vignette effect, you can select this mix color node and you can press M key. So it will mute the vignette effect. You can see. So friends, after adding vignette effect in the compositing, we have to render it again to get the composite image. So we will go to render and render this scene again. So in the beginning, it will render the image. After the rendering is done, it will add a composition to it. So we will get a composite image with the vignette effect. So friends, it is the video on how to add vignette effect to our renders in Blender. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to like this video and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will meet you in the next video.